Mr. Vishweshwaraya. You discussed about the growth of nation's water infrastructure. So we would like to know that how is technology helping you to reduce the emissions and pollutions while maintaining the effectiveness in the facilities and at project site?
India is still a developing country and needs to catch up with the developed countries. Our basic infrastructure facilities like providing tap water and sanitation to each and every household is still a dream to come true. So while we are doing this water business, we would ensure that sustainability, how does it come? We have to avoid. We have been seeing in the old pipelines that is being laid in most of the metros and in the nation, we are seeing more than 50 to 60% there is unaccounted water, that is in the form of leakages, improper maintenance. Thereby, we are disturbing the nature by redoing the same work again and again, loss to the profitability of the government, because we are doing works basically for the governments. They lose the revenue when there is no unaccounted for water, means there is no revenue. If we produce 100 liters water, our revenue is generated only 40 liters to 50 liters. By using modern technologies to plug the leakages and proper maintenance, we can enhance the profitability for the government as well as revenue collection. The saved amount of water can be utilized the persons who are not getting the water. In turn, what I meant to say is, if the 100 liters of water we can utilize fully and sustain, because water is not a available, it's a restricted resources. We have to utilize properly. Under now the Jal Jeevan mission, we are giving water for Gar Gar Jal Dena. That means we have to give water to everybody. Sustainability is very important. Modern technologies are to be implemented so that we maintain the system. Like earlier, we were using DI pipes, MS pipes, which gets corroded in a lifespan of 20-35 years. Now we are using a new methodology called HDP pipes, where it is totally corrosion free and proper maintenance. By maintaining properly, we can give the whatever available water with us to each and every citizen. This is one of the main things. And second thing is, repeated maintenance should not happen. In case of we are providing a new technology, when we provide HDP pipes, it is maintenance free. So then we have to see the walls where we are leaking, that has to be properly taken care of. That is called leak proof walls. So these are the methodologies where we adopt. We not only increase the revenue, and we only save water, which can be further utilized for the next level of people who are deprived of such facilities.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your answer. Moreover, you also addressed the need to maintain efficiency in the pipes also, because that's most important too.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Coming to you, Mr. Khanna, you underline the importance of energy efficiency in order to have a sustainable infrastructure and solutions. So I would like to understand this. How do you look at the difficulties that are slowing down the SADAR procedure?
Energy is one of the, today you talk about very sophisticated machines which are used. They run with petrol, diesel or electricity. So to construct a building, you are at first using very sophisticated building which are made with lots of energy. And now we are using lots of energy to construct this thing. Second thing is that, as I told you, that we are having tons and tons of waste lying in the roads, or tons and tons of waste is generated when a building is repaired or when it is recoated or all these kind of things. So all these things are energy consuming processes which to a greater extent help in changing the environmental balance. Like for example, we all say reduce the cost of oil or petrol, but nobody is ready to reduce 10 liters of petrol per month from their own expenses. So imagine if they are, just a very simple number, 5 crore vehicles, and each person, if he saves 10 liters of petrol from his total value, how much petrol we will save, and our dependency to the import will be reduced. And we will have much better, energy requirement, lower import bills, and that in general will bring all this kind of things. Similarly, there are lots of materials which if used properly in the building construction, I told you the lot of tiles which are made from the waste, lots of bamboos or lots of wood which one of the things which I saw in America when I was there, that when they cut trees, immediately they convert it into a powder, and with that powder they immediately make the bolts. Today I have not seen in India we are using this technology. All bold things are coming from abroad, but in India, when we cut trees, piles and piles of the cut trees are lying on the road for months. But I saw, if you convert this wood into the powder form immediately and then change it to the utility item like boats, it will be much better thing into that. So the use of energy and the use of products made from this energy, that a balance is required, so that we can save at both points energy, and which in turn will help us our day-to-day life.
Thank you, sir. So you're directly suggesting a very unique combination to convert conventional sources of energy and shifting from fuel energy both. Thank you so much for doing that. Mr. Vikas, coming to you, from you being an expert in the formwork manufacturing and in the product development. So what do you think, what would you like to add to what Mr. Khanna just addressed on shifting to from fuel to conventional source or sustainable source at project sites in your business?
See, basically, yes, as Mr. Khanna rightly pointed out, that, so if you're actually saving, now if you talk about even like electricity is being produced, most of the power plants are, coal-based, because the earlier technology was coal-based, so most of the power plants were coal-based. But a more renewable and sustainable source would be either today's solar energy, or if you go for even the nuclear power plants are comparatively more efficient, more sustainable. But okay, they have their own threats across. The same thing, if you look at our industry per se, as I already pointed out, that most of the other formworks, you are spending a lot of energy even before it is actually getting to the site, which Mr. Khanna also pointed out, that most of the materials energy already is consumed. Before it even reaches the site, there are so many points where energy is already being consumed, and then again you are spending more energy to actually convert it into instruction. So, as I told you, even in aluminum or steel, you generally go through so many processes, and then that particular product is made, and then it comes to. So you're spending a lot of energy to save. So if you use a material which is less energy driven, and to convert it takes lesser energy, then automatically you will be saving on energy. I think the only problem with that is one point with when Mr. Khanna mentioned, I really like that. And he said, everyone thinks that it will be done by someone else. So that it's just like the greatest threat to our planet is that belief that someone else will do it. Everyone thinks that the other person will do it, and I don't have to really do anything about it. So if everyone actually thinks about that particular thing, that no, it is my duty to actually save whatever I can. So once we all have that belief, then automatically our country will be in the right direction.
Absolutely, Mr. Vikas. And sustainability, making it successful is definitely going to be a joint effort to proceed to make it further again. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, your panelists, for your comments on today's topic of making sustainability profitable in construction and infrastructure segment. We hope you all have enjoyed the session thoroughly. I would like to invite my colleague, Ms. Akanksha, to make a closing statement for today's session.
Just before you close, I would just like to thank B2B and you, Akanksha and Vika, for actually calling me and having me here. Great learning experience as well. And Mr. Vishweshwarya and others. I would definitely like to get connected with Mr. Vishweshwarya so that we can explore same.
Yeah, sure. I would like to comment one thing here, because I think this product is unique. The whatever I've seen, I think it needs to be more approachable to the builders here in Bangalore, because still they are using with aluminium. What I could see the beautiful finish with their products. I think it's really appreciable, and I would like to ask: is this formwork made out of a recycled material, or it is a virgin plastic you use?
So we use virgin plastic for it, but the entire material after use, we give a 25% replacement value. So that the entire material is recycled. We've taken a pledge that at least, if we don't give that option, then people will not be, recycling it fully. So we give a 25% replacement value after the use of it, maybe say 5 years, 6 years, or whenever the life of it is, when you think is over or you've used it enough, and you give us back, say 100 square meters, you take 25 square meters of new material of, we recycle that and we make products, plastic products out of it, where strength is not a major constraint. Because in formwork, you need a proper strength so that there are no, so there are, even during stress loads or anything, the particular quality is maintained. So we do it with virgin plastic. But the entire material, what we receive back in case of for replacement or for recycling, that being done, the entire material is recycled and it is being used in products like flower pots or anything where strength is not a criteria, where it is another product has to be.
I really appreciate this. I think this needs to be promoted a lot because a lot more people not much aware about this product. As an engineer, I can see this is an excellent product, and because this avoids a lot of accidents basically, because steel and aluminum is a heavy product, because we see a lot of people dying because of improper formworks. But plastic is really good. And the second thing, if you could go a little bit ahead and use some recyclable plastic, that is plastic which is waste to some extent, I think it's more.
So that doesn't matter, sir. At the end of the day, the main thing is that the plastic is recycled.
Yes.
Whether you use it in the same product or you use it in a different product doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, if I'm getting back 100 kgs of plastic and if I'm using that 100 kgs of plastic to make a product which can be used and which may have maybe a bigger lifespan as well. Now, say if I'm making a flower pot out of it, maybe that flower pot can still go ahead with a lifespan of 25, 30 years or 50 years down the line. Now, a formwork lifespan maybe 5 to 10 years, depending on the construction site and the construction company, and a lot of other constraints are there. So here we make sure that at least the product is used 100%. We are not wasting even 1 kg of it for sending it for landfills or not using it. So the entire criteria is that each and every product, a gram of the product is at least recycled and it is being put to use.
Yeah. Thank you, panelists, for sharing your valuable thoughts on making sustainability profitable in construction and infrastructure. We hope you all have enjoyed the session. Before wrapping up the session, we thank our distinguished panelists, Mr. O. Vishweshwar Arya, Professor A.S. Khanna, Mr. Vikas Mittal. I would like to thank our editor, Prasad Nair, for taking this initiative. You can follow our social media pages to get more updates from B2B Purchase magazine. Also, our application is available on Google Play and App Store for enhanced reading. With this, we would like to announce the closing of today's session. I request you all to stay tuned for more such sessions. Thank you so much.